Let's make our way to our mat. Find that nice, easy seat. Settle those sit bones and find that nice, tall spine. Lifting up through the crown of your head. Breathe all the way up and down that spine as you relax your shoulders away from those ears. Blink the eyes closed if that feels okay. And turn that focus to your breath. Feel that inhale in through the nose, that exhale out through the nose. Just a chance to find a little bit of separation for our practice from our day to day life. Give ourselves permission to be right here. Let's start with some body circles. You can keep the eyes closed here, but we'll circle around. I'm going to check in. Continue deepening, slowing the breath. And we'll switch directions, circling the other way. And we'll come back to center. Let's plant that right hand next to us. Take this left arm up and then over, starting to breathe all the way down that side body, all the way down into that hip. And as we come through center, we're going to sweep that left arm back behind us. Bring our right hand to that left knee, taking our tall twist as we gaze back. And on our inhale, we'll reach it tall, stretch through center. And then let's twist to the right. Reach that right arm behind us. Left hand to that right knee. Inhale tall, exhale twist. Inhale, reaching tall. And then we'll plant that left hand next to us, right arm up, and then all the way over. Taking that side stretch, making that space on this side. And then back to center. Let's come to our tabletop next. Some hands and knees. And let's circle out those hips here as we get started. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, getting some of those pops or cracks out of the way. And then circling the other way. Back into center, a couple of breaths for cat and cow. Inhaling for our cow, exhaling to round the spine for cat. Take one more breath. And then we'll release. All right, we'll take our left leg first. We're going to bring this left knee kind of straight out to the side toward that 90 degrees and then slowly lower it back down. Take your time, don't force anything. Gazing down at the mat, keeping that breath slow and steady. One more, and we'll release. Reset if you need to, and we'll take the other side, that right knee straight up and out toward that 90 degrees and back down. One more. And then we'll keep those hips nice and high. Walk our hands away and melt our heart down toward the mat for that puppy stretch. And we'll walk those hands back underneath. Spread those fingers. We'll tuck our toes. And let's find our first down dog here. Pedaling things out. Shift around. One more breath. Really lift those hips. Then on your inhale, we'll travel to the top of our mat and into a ragdoll. Bend the knees as much as you want to. Grab opposite elbows, sway a little side to side. And as we release, we'll roll it all the way up. Let's take some hip circles here. At the top, when you find your way to mountain, never any rush. And we'll circle the other way. And back into center. Using that inhale, we're going to reach up tall. Exhale, we'll hinge and fold, set back to our plank. This can be a high plank or a modified plank. On our exhale, we'll lower down, squeeze those elbows in along the body. Use that inhale for baby cobra. Exhale, send it up and back, down dog. You can always find a child's pose instead, if you want to. We'll use our inhale to bend the knees, gaze at the top of the mat, travel to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. We're going to walk those feet together. On our exhale, we're going to sink for a chair. Send those hips back. Take the weight in the heels. Chest forward, gaze forward. Arms can reach overhead or be at heart center. Exhale, we'll fold. Find your way to that plank. Exhale to lower. Inhaling to lift. And we'll send it back. Down dog. Using that inhale, traveling to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Finding plank. Exhale to lower. Using that inhale for baby cobra or your up dog. Exhale, send it back. Down dog. Traveling to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale, chair. Exhale, fold. This time stepping that left foot back. You're going to open up to a wide leg fold. Hanging heavy. Maybe even a ragdoll here. And then we're going to take a bend in each knee side to side. Again, send those hips back. Keep the weight in the heels. Should be able to wiggle your toes. Start to stretch the inside of each leg a little bit too. And then back to center. We'll walk to the top. Turn those toes. Step it back to plank. Exhale, we'll lower down. Inhale, baby cobra or your up dog. Exhale, down dog. And we'll travel to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. Exhale for that chair. Exhale, fold, right foot back. Nice wide leg fold on this side. This time, maybe walk those hands through the legs. And again, we'll bend one knee and then the other. Back to center. Inhale, walk to the top of your mat, turn those toes, plant those hands, find your way to your plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. And we'll travel to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stooping tall. We're going to draw those hands to heart center, sink back for our chair, hold. And we're going to try to go a little bit lower. So sink a little bit lower in those hips. Again, wiggle those toes, breathe. Inhale, we'll rise. Exhale, fold. And we'll step that left foot back, opening up to our wide leg fold. And then into a side lunge to the left. So you can stay up nice and high here on this top left knee, anchoring both feet. You can come a little lower. If you want to go nice and deep into your side lunge, make sure you lift that left heel and then those right toes, keeping that chest and gaze lifted straight ahead. And we're going to come up through center all the way to the top of the mat. Turn those toes, runner's lunge. Make sure that right knee is over that right ankle. Maybe rock a little. And we're going to twist it out. So maybe use a block here. Left hand stays. Right arm's going to reach up. Breathe. And then we'll lower that right hand. And drop that back left leg to the mat. And walk your right foot all the way to the far right side of the mat, bringing both hands to the inside of that foot, keeping your right knee tracked over that right ankle. Lizard. Slow, steady breath here. If you want to lower down to the forearms, you can. Just keep track of that right knee. Make sure that it wants to stay. Again, you can always use a block. Couple more breaths here. If you're on your forearms, go ahead and come back up to the hands. We're going to walk this right foot all the way off the mat. Walk our hands back. We're going to open up the hips. You're going to send the sole of that right foot over toward the left side of the room. Breathe. And then we're going to bring that knee into some circles. So on your exhale, draw that right knee toward right elbow. On the inhale, sweep it into a nice big circle. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, draw that circle. Let's take two more. And release. And we're going to walk our knees nice and wide, sink it back, find that child's pose. Breathe into the hips, slow the breath. And on the inhale, we're going to flow forward. Exhale, down dog. And we'll travel to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll sweep it tall. Exhale, chair. Maybe those hands at heart center. Keep that breath, that gaze forward. We're going to lower a little further. Hold. Just don't hold that breath. Exhale, fold. And we'll step our right foot back. Wide leg fold. And then into our side lunge on this side. Same options. You can stay up nice and high. You can lower. And then we'll move it up through center to the top of the mat. Runner's lunge. Settling in here. Finding that nice long lunge. And then we'll twist it out. Leave that right hand. Open up the left. And as we lower that left hand, we'll drop our right leg to the mat and walk our left foot all the way over to the left edge for our lizard on this side, sinking toward the mat. Hang the head, find that breath. Again, you can lower to forearms on this side. Each side's a little different, so check in, see what the body's wanting and needing. And if you're on those forearms, we'll go ahead and come up. We're going to walk that left foot all the way off the mat, shift those hips back. Walk the hands back. We're going to open up the hip on this side. And same as the other side, we'll come into those circles. Exhale, draw in toward that left knee. Inhale, draw a nice big circle. One more. And then as we release, we'll walk those knees nice and wide, sink it back. Find that child's pose. Let's take one more breath here. And on our inhale, as we rise up, we're going to walk our hands back, start to peel those knees off. We're going to come into a yogi squat. Walk your feet nice and wide, toes will point out. Heels are going to sink toward the mat. They don't need to get there. We're going to try to lift that chest, gazing forward. The hands can press into the knees if you like. Again, a block you can always put underneath if you need a little help. One more breath. And then we'll walk it out back to that tabletop. And we'll take our hips side to side, back and forth. And when we're even, we'll come back to neutral. Walk those hands out back to that puppy stretch. Really send those hips up high as you melt down toward the mat. Stretching out the shoulders, but also those hips. And we're gonna walk those hands all the way back underneath. And let's come into our easy seat. Bringing the soles of the feet together. We'll grow up nice and tall. And then send that chest forward. Hang the head. And breathe. And we'll roll it up. Let's do a little bit of fire logs. Let's keep that right foot on the bottom. Parallel to the top of the mat with the foot flex, we're going to try to stack our left ankle on top of that right knee. Don't force it up there if it doesn't want to come. Just find your space. Everybody's anatomy is a little different. So some people will have a lot of space. Some people will be stacked. Don't stress about it. As long as you're feeling a stretch in the hips, you're right where you want to be. If you have really open hips, you may need to hinge a little bit forward with a flat back to feel that good stretch. And just stay and breathe. And then we'll roll up. And as we unstack this way, we're going to stack the other way. So that left leg will be on the bottom. We'll bring that right ankle over. Each side's a little different too. So settle in on this side. It may be a little more open or less than the other side. Find your stretch and try to breathe, settle, sink. All right, as we unwind those legs, let's plant the feet and roll all the way down. Settling in. Walk your shoulder blades nice and low. And let's walk our feet as wide as our mat. We'll take some wide leg windshield wipers here, really dropping that inside knee as it comes through center. And the next time, the knees are to the left. Go ahead, let them stay. Get settled in, maybe goalpost the arms or bring them out to a T. And maybe tip that gaze to the right. Starting to come back to the breath. Let the body settle into the twist, gently releasing a little bit more and a little bit more. And we'll make our way up through center. We'll drop those knees to the right, settle in on this side, and then maybe tip that gaze to the left. And we'll walk those knees back up. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let's let those knees fall open. Let gravity be in charge. The arms can be wherever you like. It's gonna be up to you if you want to make this your final pose. Stay right here if this feels really good, or go ahead and start to slide those legs down the mat. Release the arms by your side and come into Shavasana. Wherever you are, blink the eyes closed. Let the body relax and soften. Release into the mat with each slow, deep breath. Start to make our way back, wiggling maybe those toes first, adding the fingers. And maybe hugging both knees into chest so we can really seal that back against the mat. Maybe rocking a little side to side. And then we'll make our way to either side, rolling to maybe that right shoulder or to the left. And we'll seal in our practice. Breathing in all the good and exhaling out onto the mat anything we want to leave here. And pressing up as we're ready, we'll make our way back into that nice tall seat. Shoulders soft, tall spine, and a wonderful day ahead. Namaste.